Welcome back to the Forecast Report, UFC Vegas 118. This is the event recap, talking about what happened last night. I was live for a watch party. It was a ton of fun. We are going live for a lot of these events, fight reactions, fight companion. So the watch party was a lot of fun. I met Polly Walnuts from Discord, and Discord's free. So if you're not in Discord yet, you got to get in Discord. If you're not in there, or if you are in there, shout out to you. Polly Walnuts is in there, and he was on the watch party last night. A ton of fun. So watch the highlights from the watch party. Check out the Prop Fiend show Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Prop Fiends are live, and the live chat is pumping on Fridays. Live chat right now. We got Christine, Joy, Irvin ready to go. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. Let's talk about last night. 7 for 12 on picks. Not too bad. We can improve off that. So let's see what we can do with the White House. The White House picks are out there already, and I'm pretty confident on those 7 fights, 2 underdogs, and I'm actually working on a collab with Prelim Tim. I'll talk about it now. I'm taking Sean O'Malley as my pick, and his pick will be Diego Lopez. So we're going to do a little double dash Mario Kart collab there, working on that. However, I'm picking against Diego Lopez, so I might just put a unit on that bet. Let me know if you like that one. Diego Lopez, Sean O'Malley. So the White House full card predictions are out. We're here talking about the event recap. 7 for 12 last night. The prelim power collab for me and Prelim Tim was powerful. Round 1 KO. The head kick from Ketlin Souza was sensational. I didn't really see that coming. I thought she would win a decision pretty cleanly. She ends up cleaning Colonel Losi with a head kick. So on Instagram, if you're not on Instagram, not following Tim or me on Instagram, you got to do that too. We're doing some collabs, and also MMA Fiends. He's on Instagram, adding me to some collabs too. So check out Instagram. It's a great spot to follow some content. Prelim power pick was great. The prelim prop of the week from Fight Fiend, it was great. Split decision here against Dubin. Dubin made a lot of good adjustments, just a level below Chavez in this decision. Chavez made the better decisions, but it was a close fight. Really could have went either way. It was a split decision. I scored it for Chavez, 29-28. Thankfully, she got it done. That was one of 3 props that hit for me, and all prop fiends had 1 out of 3 props of the week. Now, 1 prop is a value prop, a long shot, and they don't always hit. We're chasing value on those, but it was nice to hit this one, Chavez decision. Now, this one, the dog of the week, Jordan Levitt, not a great read. He almost had that submission early in this fight against Anderson Brito. We end up seeing another round 1 finish as Brito gets the reversal later in the fight. Later in round 1, finishes Levitt by a submission. As I forecasted with the Zodiac code, I liked Levitt by sub. As I forecasted on the full card prediction show, dog of the week video, if Brito was to win, I kind of sensed a submission. And it happened. Round 1. A lot of round 1 finishes. The dog did not bark. So we're going to have to go back to work here. Probably going to be Derek Lewis at the White House. That will be the dog of the week. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast at the White House. Marcus McGee inside the distance. One of my most confident props. Never talked about it on the Prop Fiend show. Glad I didn't give it out. Wouldn't have hit. Had it as my lock parlay piece, and it didn't hit. So that sucks. 1 off on the lock parlay. Bet there, treble bet. Brendan Allen submission or decision hit. And then we had Costa under 1.5. So McGee inside the distance, that really hurts. I mean, he had all of his wins inside the distance except 1. He was getting John Yanis, who was more than just 1 step below McGee in this fight. He was 2 or 3 steps below. McGee didn't really push for a finish. He rode it out to a decision. He was riding that decision. He knew he was ahead, and I'm not a fan of him riding it out. But that's what he did, and he didn't go for that finish. A lot of people probably bet him inside the distance that picked that fight or went to go bet it. So that's unfortunate. McGee was a key parlay piece. Still have to do some adjustments with that lock parlay, but 3 for 3 on the locks. McGee, Costa, Allen, they all won. So we're looking to get hot at the White House, lock in again, maybe 2 or 3 locks there, and I will probably give them out for free. So check it out, become a Platinum Forecaster in Patreon, and you'll see all the bets that I end up doing for the White House. Now, the Shadow Realm, in the first fight of the night, Carnelossi was sent there to the Shadow Realm, and Junior Taffa, he was sent to the Shadow Realm versus Baranowski, who was a favorite prop of the week on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time there on the live stream. We all like that submission. Ends up getting the round 1 KO. Still probably only fought 3.5 minutes inside the UFC octagon. So another quick finish. It was the leg kick that was nice from Baranowski. Took out the lead leg from Taffa, dropped him, and then Baranowski jumped on top, landed that ground and pound, finished the fight quick. Round 1. Matt Schnell, he went down round 1. All these fighters got knocked out round 1. Matt Schnell, though, that might be it. Chin's not very good, hard to trust, and we talked about that on the Prop Fiend show. He's a guy that I can't really trust because of his chin, and it just showed Saturday night. It's just not going to hold up. Costa gets back-to-back wins. It was a very high confidence pick for me, Alessandro Costa, and I don't understand why the line got a lot closer. Now, Costa was an 8-1 favorite. He looked every bit of it, and it ended up being like a 4-1 favorite. A lot of money came in on Matt Schnell. Someone tried to warn me that Matt Schnell was going to win. Like, seriously, bro, like, I don't know where that money came from, why the line moved like that. Matt Schnell just proved to me what he didn't have to prove. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do as forecasted. So that's good. AJ was locked in on that KO prop. Very happy how the fight ended as forecasted. Spot on. Baranowski, though, we were liking that submission on the Prop Fiend show, and I would have liked to see this hit. I think there was an opportunity for it for sure. He ends up going for the ground and pound once he takes out the lead leg. I think there was value on this, and I think it was a great prop. So I don't mind taking a bet on this. I don't mind this prop at all. Looking back, it didn't hit. Still a great prop, great value, and that is a live bet for him in the future, I would say. The submission is not out of the question. His first 2 MMA wins were by armbar in round 1, and I don't think he's going to knock everybody out round 1, but that's what he's doing. 3.5 minutes fight time in the UFC. Baranowski's knocking everyone out round 1. But at some point, I think he will chase a submission, show us his judo and takedowns. They're there for sure. Just haven't really seen it yet. I think he will go to it at some point. You heard it here first. A lot of other people like the submission this week, but maybe just too many people chasing the value in this fight. Big favorite was Baranowski, a 4-1 favorite. And somehow the Zodiac landed on Taffa. We end up laughing with that one. The Laffy Taffy doesn't show up a month later. Good opportunity, though. Good odds. Don't take back anything that was done, especially my confidence in Thug Nasty. What he done in the octagon was phenomenal. What a good fight. 2-0 at the new weight class, and he's looking really good. He always has been a fan of mine and a fan of a lot of people that ended up fading him this night here, thinking the newcomer could come in and strike with him, stop those takedowns, keep up the pace. But it was a close fight at times for sure. Thug Nasty just proving that he is a level or 2 above the newcomer here, Santiago Luna, and probably ahead of a lot of people in the division. And I think Thug Nasty is a ranked contender at bantamweight. I think he is going to make a little run. I think he's better than people kind of give him credit for, but he's not a big finisher at this level from what we've seen. But late in the fight, 6 seconds left, he gets a submission win. Over 1.5 submission, plus 1,000 on that watch party. It was a free bet, and it was a nice hit too. So he ends up getting the submission with 6 seconds left, but he's not normally finishing guys. Maybe we will start to see it because he went for it there at the end, and he had great control on the ground throughout the fight. And on the feet, he can hold up for sure. He is a durable fighter too. That's something to say, and his cardio checks out. So I really like Thug Nasty, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do inside this octagon at bantamweight. So I know a lot of people faded him. Maybe not the best spot too. It was a great number, minus 125, $1.80 for Thug Nasty. And he looked every bit of minus 400, minus 300 at times. maybe a little biased saying that, but at times he really looked minus 300 in this fight. And I think he won every round unanimously, maybe a 30-27 in there. So real good performance from Thug Nasty. And Big Train, the underdog of the night. Great performance from him now. Gets the win, plus 250 underdog. Ziam was a pick on the prop fiends for a lot of people, including myself. I had Ziam in a collab on Instagram. We end up being wrong with this pick, and that happens. But on the watch party, I said Shabazian or Tom Nolan were guaranteed to win as underdogs if you were looking at a live bet. And we had Polly Walnuts, who took the live bet on Big Train on the watch party, and he won that bet. So I said Big Train or Shabazian were like guaranteed to win with no underdogs winning up until that point. After Tafa didn't win, I was like, okay, one of those guys are going to win. I said it on the watch party. Rewind it. That's what Fight Fiend said, and look what happened. Big Train gets it done here. No real shocker, as I was forecasting it play-by-play. The only problem was Big Train didn't really go for these big moments to win the fight here by a decision. He kind of laid on top of him, held him up against the fence, and AJ MMA was not a fan of that, and I don't really blame him. A little bit of a boring attack from the Ninja. We didn't really get to see the Ninja from Big Train, so we kind of pushed him up against the fence, won the fight that way, had the control, and it was shocking that he was able to do that looking at the experience of Free Siam. So a real good fight for this underdog, the Aussie, Big Train. You got to give credit where credit's due, eh? I had the pick wrong. I really like the pick in Free Siam. Big Train gets it done. We're going to give credit where credit is due. And let's sound the horn for the train one more time for Big Train. Give credit where credit's due. And someone on Instagram said because we had the pick wrong on Free Siam, we should delete our channels and stuff like that. Absolutely hilarious stuff. One pick wrong, no big deal. I predict every fight, every event, every week. So you're going to have pick wrongs. That's life, bro. You're going to have stuff go wrong. You're going to have one pick wrong out of 12 fights. That's going to happen. I tell you that. Start predicting fights and putting it out there for yourself. You're going to have picks wrong. You're going to have bets wrong. You're going to have reads wrong. It's all about how you can push forward and how you can learn off those losses. But stuff like that, you don't want to teach to small brains, and small brains aren't even willing to listen. So you don't have to lead the horse to water if it ain't willing to drink. Big Train gets it done. We're giving credit where credit is due here. And the next opponent for Belal, you got to let me know in the comments. Let me know who you think Belal should fight. Remember the name? Remember the name? We don't have to remember the name. He ended up losing the fight every single round. Not a great performance. He's moving down the ranks, but he still wants to fight, and that's interesting. He's getting older. He's going to be like 37 next time he's in the octagon. Maybe he still has some fight left in the tank, but I don't think it's at top 5 in the division. I don't even think it's at top 10. And I think Mike Malott, the Canadian, on the rise, could get past him. Maybe not. It would be a good test for both fighters. So I want to see that matchup. Mike Malott just beat Gilbert Burns. So now taking a little step up to fight Belal Muhammad might be a good decision. Seems like a good fight for my Canadian Mike Malott. Winnable fight for Mike. And it could be a fight for Belal to say, I'm still here. I still got it. So interested to see that one, if they can line that up next. No clue what they're going to do, but this is what Fight Fiend's thinking. These two opportunities, you can let me know in the comments. Please do. MVP's another opportunity. And MVP's pretty close to the age of Belal, if not the same age. And I think stylistically, it's a fun fight, interesting fight, 3-rounder. I would hope for MVP move down the ranks like one spot here. He's like 14th at welterweight. So it's a good fight for Belal to move down the ranks a bit, kind of hold his number, and then MVP to maybe rise up the ranks. Maybe MVP could steal the fight. Like, I'm interested to see the odds on that one. What would the odds be on MVP and Belal? So very interested to see like the odds and what the UFC will do here and what your opinion is on Belal and his next opponent. Drop a comment. Let Fight Fiend know. We will be back doing the forecast report event recap every week. 15, 20 minutes. I'll run through it quick, talk about some key highlights from the night. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you have not yet. and we are doing watch parties during the fights, Fight Companion. It's a ton of fun, so stop by, smash that like button, and don't forget, drop a comment after the show. Goes a long way helping the algorithm. Jump in Discord too. It's free. Prelim Tim, he's in there. He gave out a lot of great reads for the fights. AJ MMA possibly getting set up in Discord. And then Prelim Tim is going to have his MLB forecast picks out here today. He has some home run opportunities in there. And then we have the Knicks Spurs NBA Finals, a lot of notes and stuff in Discord. Not only notes, we have other forecasters engaging in the chat. There's a big group chat. We got Nate Brown, Polly Walnuts, Prelim Tim, very active in the NBA forecast lobby, including myself. We got Funnelized. The Fiends are fired up for basketball, hockey, baseball. We do all sports. We're expanding a little bit, but UFC is the priority. It's the specialty, and we are going to cash in at the White House. So check out that video that I put out. The White House picks are out, full card prediction show. Pretty fired up for that. Going to post a collab for the White House here probably tonight. Get the picks out early. The full card prediction show is already out, so I want to post some free bets and picks for the White House. Maybe some short videos. Get stuff out a little early for that. One of the biggest events of the year is UFC Freedom 250. So let me know, what are you excited for on that event? We got Sean O'Malley and Diego Lopez, double dash parlay, me and Prelim Tim. And like I said at the start of the show, I am picking Steve Garcia. He's not the dog of the week, but I'm going to take the bet on Diego Lopez and Sean O'Malley because Prelim Tim is picking Diego Lopez and picked him as the collab piece. So I'll probably put a unit on this play here, the double dash, working on content for that. Like I said, full card prediction show already out for the UFC White House. Make sure you check that video out. Gonna be a ton of fun. Gonna make a ton of money. Interested to see some future matchups in the UFC. And I'm interested to see what Fiend joins us next on the Prop Fiend show next Friday. We had a new guest last Friday, Curry Ninja. Very excited to have the new guest. He did a great job on the show. He hit a nice prop, and he gave out a lot of good analysis on the fights. He will be coming back for Horiguchi, who's going to be headlining the next Apex event. So stay tuned. Curry Ninja's coming back when Horiguchi goes to the Meta Apex. Curry Ninja, very excited to rejoin the show, give out another 3 great props. So join us. Prelim Tim, he's getting healthy. He'll be back on stream soon. AJ MMA, he's cooking up, possibly ready to join Discord. He will be on some streams next event. He's in Las Vegas. Very excited for the White House is AJ MMA, and he loves joining the Prop Fiend show on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So the boys are fired up for the White House. We will see everybody soon. Drop a comment below. And thanks, everyone, stopping by here tonight, this evening, Sunday. This is when we do the event recap from every event, the night after, the day after. The day after. I tried to do it earlier, but a little later today. It depends when you're watching it. So thanks for watching it. When you're watching it, F3, 4L.